Hey Leo. All right, these are just your general messages for the week. And if you're looking to get a bonus with me, a bonus, oh my Christ. If you're looking to get a private reading with me, I do link my email in the description box. So I just did a bonus, guys. I'm just like, my brain, my poor brain. The energy was really good in the last reading, though. So hopefully it will be with yours as well. I do have this weird thing here. I do apologize. We have, the Fortnite player there. I didn't have a pretty plant to stick here this time. So I'm going to have to get one for the future. I could go read in my room, but there's somebody in there and I don't like bothering him. He's just my hostage, guys. I don't want you guys to hear his screams for help. Okay, so for Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Sun, moon, and rising. I'm hearing laughter. That's really good. I'm hearing laughter. I do have an eerie thing that happened. Actually, let's tell a little story about Kelly today. You're in the upright, just an FYI, so things are probably going okay right now. I have a very strange connection to a Sagittarius, like very, very eerie. Could be, if you believe in twin flames, I don't know, very eerie connection to him. And he was not able to sleep and listening to his whatever he listens to with his little ear thingies. And I woke up going, I'm hearing a noise. Do you hear that noise? I'm weird, guys. I mean, being around me is worse than you think. I'm a pretty weird chick, okay? And I'll just randomly say stuff like that. And I'm like, you hear that noise? He's got, what noise? What noise? And I said, I don't know. It sounds like a chakra. It sounds like one of your chakras. Like, you know how that each one makes a different noise? That's what I was hearing. And he's like, ooh, weird. He's like, I was just listening to a chakra thing earlier. And I was like, what? Are you seriously messing with me? We have like the strangest, we should literally, we should do a podcast together. We have the strangest connection, the eeriest connection ever. Maybe we're related and we don't know it or something. All right, so looks like you making some sort of positive decision in your life. You're getting rid of somebody who no longer serves you, and you are bringing in what looks like your tribe, okay? Whether that's friends, new coworkers, whatever the case. I do like it. We do have somebody having some sort of regret. They will let you know in the form of probably a phone call, if I had to guess, or text message. My ears are getting hot, so somebody could be talking about you. It's very strange. Somebody's dog, Leo, this is weird, but somebody's dog's losing weight. We do have somebody who can't make a decision about you. This does not have to be romantic, okay? And I'm seeing a specific place. Let me see where this is. Now, don't forget, I'm not very well traveled, guys, so I'm getting somewhere in the Mediterranean. Okay. We do have some sort of connection you have with somebody. You're going to drop a heavy burden, make some sort of judgment call on them, and be able to move forward. This is probably like a hiring, firing sort of situation. I don't think that this is like a romance by any means. This is more like somebody who's in your energy and you have to decide if they're worth it. And it looks more like financial. There's that trip, damn. So you are going to have the opportunity to travel somewhere, and I don't know why I'm getting the Mediterranean, but it's not going to be for everybody, obviously, okay? Some of you have somebody coming to visit you. This could even be somebody from like right down the road, to be honest with you. You have new opportunities as well when it comes to some sort of financial thing. Some of you, it's because you're sick of what you do and you want to move on. Else go back to school and or do something completely different career-wise. If that's the case, it looks like there'll be delays and kind of like a rough patch there before it happens. But you will be more passionate about whatever it is you're working on. If you are starting your own business, Leo, it will be successful, but it is going to be time-consuming, and it's going to also be delayed, okay? So we're not in Mercury retrograde anymore, so hopefully this will pass quickly. You're looking at the price tag to something and getting upset as well. It's weird. Definitely taking better care of yourself. If you are looking for some sort of self-improvement, weight loss, heart health, uh, whatever that looks like for you, Leo, I do see that happening. Be careful of, if you have children or even a young person in your energy at all. I don't know why I'm getting they're talking shit about you. Don't worry, I have a kid that talks shit about me too. Yeah, I am. Very strange. That's very weird. You are going to have to decide if you want to invest in somebody in the future. They're pulling as a earth sign. They're a bit melancholy. They want some sort of partnership with you. They may even want children, or have children. It does kind of look like you might choose to be single. Somebody having regret over how they treated you, by the way, and it's still pulling as an air sign. I'm getting ringing in my right ear for you. We do have, God, I'm like right on point with these fire signs today, guys. You guys are like boosting my energy. It's fantastic. I really love it because I woke up really tired. I like the fire sign energy. We do have a tower moment happening where you may need to take some time off and or treat an illness. Tell me more about that. Yeah, the number 4 is going to be relevant. Honestly, just put some money aside just in case you need to take like a, a little hiatus. Not a big deal. Could even be just to care for somebody as well. If you're involved in any sort of court situation, expect it to be extremely expensive. Unfortunately, it'll still go in your favor though. For those of you that are wondering if you were going to reconnect with a, I'm going to say Scorpio, but take it as resonates, could just have a lot of Scorpio placements. Yes, you guys are going to reconcile, actually. Doesn't have to be romantic. If you have a horse, they need their hooves trimmed. I worked on a farm, guys, so I even had my own farm at one point. Look at that. I love the reconciliation. I love the reconciliation. It looks really good. It looks very positive. I like that. You guys have some sort of karmic tie to each other, by the way. I suppose for a few of you, this is a brand new person you're meeting. But for the majority of it, it's a reconciliation. Watch out for somebody asking you for money, even if it's a younger person. Lack of appreciation there, okay? You may have someone stalking your energy from the past. Or like, you know how when you like stalk people like on the internet because you want to see what they're doing, it's something like that. I don't think it's an actual like you need to be concerned stalker, but I suppose for a few of you it could be. They're pulling us the devil. Hopefully they don't reach out because you guys wouldn't be in any, you'd be in some sort of like argument, hostile situation. For some of you, you could be, oh my lord. Okay. For those of you that are married and or engaged, I'm not loving it for you. I'm not. That was a big warning there. Again, don't shoot the messenger. For those of you that are considering getting, like moving in with somebody or getting engaged, I would put that off for a while. I don't think that, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it would lead to them kind of living off you, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Like they'd suddenly not have a job and, and that's cool for some of you guys. Maybe you're cool with that. I literally had 2 spouses that did not want me to work. They were hostile about it. Okay. They did not want me to have a job. That's a them problem. But this looks like this person would just suddenly stop working. Okay. So little warning there. Somebody's going to hear from a parent. It looks like a parent that you guys are estranged from. That's strange. Could be in an argument with somebody. family member, friend, and or lover over not giving enough, okay? Not giving enough energy, time, consideration, effort, something of that nature. Anything else here for Leo before we figure out how the signs feel about them? And thank you, Leo. You guys, this was good energy. I do like it. Finding an injured bird. Okay. New options and opportunities presenting themselves. We have a wish fulfillment. It's leading to your 10 of Cups, okay? I think long term you will end up married, Leo, okay? But I wouldn't do it wouldn't do it until you know the person really, really, really well. Really, 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 really well, okay? And this is why. Said it again. 7 of Swords. That's twice it came out. So for those of you that are already married, be careful. Those of you that are engaged, if you're thinking about it, I would put that off. I would definitely put it off for a while or permanently. I mean, you never know anybody until you live with them, right? Okay, let's see how the signs feel about Leo. Okay. How does Aries feel about Leo? They are leaving you behind for, it looks like a job and or a move or something of that nature. How does Taurus feel about Leo? They're looking at other options. How does Gemini feel about Leo? Optimistic, you guys could work it out. How does Cancer feel about Leo? They're making a judgment call. They think you're unstable. How does Leo feel about Leo? Oh, Jesus, this is toxic. How does Virgo feel about Leo? They're holding on to some sort of hope. They could be stalking you. How does the Libra feel about Leo? They find you very attractive. I wouldn't trust the Libra. I would not trust the Libra. We get 7 of Swords energy here. How does Scorpio feel about Leo? Hostile, but they want to work this out. How does Sag feel about Leo? They just want the intimacy. They're not serious about you. How does Capricorn feel about the Leo? They're crazy about you. How does Aquarius feel about the Leo? They feel betrayed by you. How does Pisces feel about the Leo? Undecided. They have options. All right, Leo, this was a good reading. Hopefully you guys have a great week.